You acted like you cared about me. But you don't even respect me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 actors with the best fake accents.
Down. Hey, snap out of it!
No.
For this list, we'll be looking at the performers with the most convincing accent work. Did we forget a talented performer worth mentioning? Let us know in the comments. Number 20, James McAvoy. While the Scottish brogue is sometimes harder to decipher, James McAvoy easily changes out of it for any number of roles.
Are you enjoying your book?
No, not really.
It gets better.
He's no stranger to British accents for dramatic parts such as Atonement, and later playing Professor X in the X-Men series. While he's able to make subtle accent changes in various genres, McAvoy also shows off his range in one particular film. M. Night Shyamalan's Split captures the performer doing 23 distinct voices in a variety of American dialects.
Now I see. That's clever. That's clever, but I'm not Dennis.
Continuing this character in the movie Glass, the star reveals himself as an underrated artist with superb versatility.
I am sorry about the whole lying thing, though. I'm not. Just stop talking. God, I'm so amped. We almost got you, bro.
Number 19, TATIANA MASLANY. Canadian actress TATIANA MASLANY can portray a multitude of European accents. Most famous for her performance on Orphan Black, she has to do a variety of voices for the critically acclaimed show.
Look, can you just tell me what the hell this is?
Don't tell her anything!
Short answer? No.
Each one of the clones she plays comes from one side of the Atlantic or the other, forcing her to master all kinds of international sounds. Her underrated film work takes her to American cities for Stronger, where she shows off a subtle Boston accent.
Jeff, I gave up my family for you. And my job. I'm not giving this up too. This is bigger than you.
On the small screen or in a major motion picture, MASLANY shows up with the ability to play any nationality. Number 18, John Boyega. John Boyega has come a long way from starring in hidden gems like Attack the Block.
This is a bad dream. Tell me I'm dreaming.
The British actor became known to international audiences with his role in the Star Wars series. With an American accent, Boyega plays Finn in the sequel trilogy. He also showed his range in Catherine Bigelow's period drama Detroit, where he plays a security guard in the titular city. The performer can switch back and forth between his London roots and other nationalities in a rather seamless way. In the movie The Woman King, the star channeled the West African figure, King Gezo, in a difficult role capturing a historical figure.
People of Dahomey, we have ended the reign of the Oyo Empire.
Number 17, Hugh Jackman. Before he became the fearsome Wolverine, Australian actor Hugh Jackman was known for musical theater.
It gets pretty chilly here at night. We like to bunk up together, eh, Marguerite? Coolage, huh? Nice and close, you know?
He continued to push himself as a performer through his varied performances and vocal work. Throughout his work in the X-Men series, Jackman became Logan in a commendable take on an American accent. He would use similar sounds to change into a more sadistic and troubled character in Prisoners. His wide range also extends into musicals, such as his acclaimed role in Les Miserables.
They think that man is me. Without a second glance, the stranger they have found, this man could be my chance.
He's among the few artists that can act, sing, and dance in a variety of voices. Number 16, Renée Zellweger. This acclaimed actress is from Texas, but you'd never think that if you watch Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh, no. I was in London at a party last night, so I'm afraid I'm a bit hungover. Wish I could be lying with my head in the toilet like all normal people.
While native Brits might be picky about capturing their accent, it seems that Renée Zellweger's work in the series passes the test. Her efforts shift effortlessly from rom-coms in England to period dramas like Cold Mountain. For the hit adaptation of Chicago, the actress moves into a Northern American dialect without skipping a beat. Zellweger also delivers in her Oscar-winning role as Judy Garland in the biopic Judy.
I guess when you met me, it was just one of those things.
No matter the part, this performer manages to convince us all that she's a completely different person. Number 15. Tom Holland. In case you didn't know, Tom Holland is a British actor.
Oh, she doesn't know. Nobody knows. Well, I mean, Mr. Stark knows because he made my suit, but that's it.
You might not have realized this if you're only familiar with him in Spider-Man. His take on Peter Parker perfectly captures the personality of a New York teen. He's also able to slip into accents such as his West Virginia-based character in The Devil All the Time.
Excuse me, preacher. You got time for a sinner?
These skills aren't just a one-off either, considering he also plays an American accent in the war film Cherry. From the boyish energy of Parker to his work in gritty dramas, this movie star proves that he's built for voice work in more than just superhero adventures. Number 14. Meryl Streep. What else needs to be said about this actress that hasn't already? Clearly, in a class of her own, Meryl Streep has yet to fail in transforming herself for roles. This includes high-quality accent work throughout her illustrious film career. That includes Sophie's Choice.
After that in Warsaw, I had a lover.
The Oscar-winning part requires Streep to become a Polish character stricken with guilt. Decades and several award nominations later, she won more awards for performances like Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady. Continuing her command of regional and period accents, she also served a fun and comedic performance in Florence Foster Jenkins. She's 3 Oscars deep into her career, and showing no signs of stopping.
Oh, you should have seen the way those men looked at me. As if I was some frivolous housewife just looking for a way to kill time.
Number 13. Gary Oldman. Known for playing all kinds of international baddies, Gary Oldman has no shortage of accent training. He disappeared into roles long before he was a household name, playing historical figures like Lee Harvey Oswald in JFK. His performance as Winston Churchill won him an Oscar for his dedicated impression of the Prime Minister.
When an absolute guarantee against invasion could have been given to our people.
Widely lauded for his range, Gary Oldman has yet to find an assignment he's unable to complete. His role as the evil Stansfield in Leon the Professional allows him to skillfully play an American. He also brought a subtle brilliance to Jim Gordon in the Dark Knight trilogy, once again playing a believable US citizen.
Could you please just give me a minute? We got you, you son of a...
Whether he's playing heroes or villains, the star provides a chameleon-like performance. Number 12. Saoirse Ronan. Even though she's played Irish before in films like Brooklyn, Saoirse Ronan has become widely known for disguising her native accent.
I'd forgotten what this town is like.
One of her critically lauded roles took her to California for the teenage comedy Lady Bird. As the title role, Ronan plays an American teenager as well as anyone could with both drama and humor.
Well, I just wanted to say what's up and I'll see you in rehearsal.
Her ability to adapt to diverse settings makes her among the brighter talents of her generation, showing her skills as far back as The Lovely Bones. Few other performers could easily fit into Hannah as well as Little Women, giving each character authenticity no matter the accent or time period.
They have minds. And they have souls, as well as just hearts. And they've got ambition, and they've got talent, as well as just beauty.
Number 11. Jodie Comer. Born in Liverpool, this talented actress has won the world over with her rich palette of diverse voices.
You have the rights to our code, keep all the profits, just give me what's left of Free City.
Comer becomes a 14th century noblewoman in the ultra-serious The Last Duel, just as easily as she switches to an American accent for the adventure/comedy Free Guy. Her previous work in British television doesn't exactly scream arch-villain, making her later transformations full of disguises and voice changes all that more amazing. Any fans of Killing Eve will know the true power of Jodie Comer's talents. Her assassin Villanelle can become seemingly anyone at any moment, reminding audiences of the performer's true mastery of her craft.
I promise I won't be naughty.
Number 10. Riz Ahmed.
Nice and easy, we're just paddling.
Whether he's acting, rapping, or making a difference for refugee children, there isn't much this talented performer hasn't done. Of course, most of us know him from his roles in TV shows like Girls and his incredible performance in The Night Of, a miniseries which earned him an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Limited Series or Movie.
So look and don't look someone in the eye. How am I supposed to do that?
Others among us will remember him from films like Nightcrawler and Venom. Thanks to these roles, many of us didn't believe our ears the first time we heard Ahmed, who was born in Wembley, London, speak in his native English accent.
I'm good, man. Yeah, just got into LA last night.
Oh, you did? From where?
From London.
Number 9, Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I still have family over there, though, in London. My Aunt Emma, she's the best. Very British, you know. She's a classy lady.
Ever since this actress's breakthrough role in 2013's The Wolf of Wall Street, we've had a bad case of Robbie fever. Couple that with roles like Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad and her Oscar-nominated turn as Tonya Harding in I, Tonya, we can see why she's become one of the world's highest-paid actresses.
I knew I was the best figure skater in the world at one point in time.
However, fans of her films might be surprised to learn that Robbie was actually born in Dalby in Queensland, Australia, and that most of her earlier work was in Australian independent films and the soap opera Neighbours.
But you are Australian. Where did you grow up?
On the Gold Coast, but I grew up in the hinterland part of the Gold Coast.
Number 8, KJ Apa.
That means you haven't known the triumphs and defeats, the epic highs and lows of high school football.
This teen heartthrob has turned more than a few heads since his breakthrough role in 2017 as Archie in the drama series Riverdale. That same year, he also starred in A Dog's Purpose and followed up in 2018 with The Hate U Give, and in 2019, The Last Summer.
You're way more important than that to me, okay?
In a very short period, he's collected Teen Choice, People's Choice, and Saturn Award nominations, like they're going out of style. Many people were shocked when they first saw him in television interviews and discovered that despite his solid American accent, he's actually a Kiwi, born in Auckland, New Zealand.
I think, yeah, there's not really, it's hard to kind of put into words how that makes me feel.
Number 7, Rosamund Pike.
I was 18. And with 2,500 a year.
This accomplished actress starred in numerous successful films and television series in the UK long before American audiences caught wind of her. We're talking about roles like her award-winning performance for The Libertine and her classic Jane Bennett in Pride and Prejudice. But for some reason, it was only when she appeared as the cool Amy Elliott Dunn in 2014's Gone Girl that North American audiences really sat up and took notice.
But then we never really existed. Nick loved a girl I was pretending to be. Cool girl.
Her American accent was so flawless in the film that viewers were surprised to hear her real London accent in interviews soon afterwards.
It's true. I'd done a few auditions and it got to the point of having a screen test.
Number 6, Andrew Lincoln.
Lately, whenever I try, everything I say makes her impatient, like she didn't want to hear it after all.
It's hard to imagine this ruggedly handsome actor as anyone but Rick Grimes, the lead character in the critically acclaimed show The Walking Dead. This small-town southern sheriff charmed audiences around the world, and his portrayal was honored several times with Saturn Awards.
People out there are always looking for an angle, looking to play on your weakness.
Many TWD fans were therefore surprised to learn that the southern hero at the center of the horror television series was actually played by an actor born in London, England. Roles in which his native accent can be heard included the British sitcom Teachers and 2003's Love Actually.
No one had ever asked you, so you've never been able to talk about it even though you might have wanted to.
No, is the answer. No, absolutely not.
Number 5, Toni Collette.
My mother was a very secretive and private woman.
Younger audiences may know Toni Collette best for her recent work in the horror film Hereditary. For others, her name brings to mind her award-winning portrayal of Cheryl in Little Miss Sunshine, or the role of Tara in TV's United States of Tara, which won her an Emmy and Golden Globe.
Wait a minute, I thought you said this was a done deal.
You said it was a done deal.
What, you didn't get anything?
However, her breakthrough role was actually in the 1994 Australian comedy drama Muriel's Wedding, for which she achieved critical acclaim, including a Golden Globe nomination. In that film, you can hear the actual accent of the Sydney-born Australian native.
I know I'm not normal, but I'm trying to change. I'm trying to become more like you.
Number 4, Andrew Garfield.
Or we could do something else, or we could, if you don't, we could...
Yeah. Some know him best as Spider-Man, others from his more serious dramatic roles such as Desmond Doss in Hacksaw Ridge, and Sebastião Rodriguez in Scorsese's Silence. Either way, there's no doubt that Andrew Garfield is a talented actor, and adding to his impressiveness is just how impeccable his American accent is.
You better lawyer up, because I'm not coming back for 30%. I'm coming back for everything.
Although born in the US, Garfield's family moved to England when he was 3 years old, and he was raised in Surrey. You can go back in his filmography to older award-winning performances, like that of John Crowley in the television film Boy A, to hear his actual English accent.
What? What's wrong with being Spider-Man?
No, there's nothing wrong with being Spider-Man, but with great power comes great responsibility, Stephen, and that's all I'm going to say.
Number 3, Idris Elba.
All right, Doc, this is real good to have you back, but where's Bill Burnham Fifield?
Aren't they back yet?
He can write, he can rap, he can sing, and boy can he act. Of course, we knew the man was a talented actor from the moment we saw him playing Stringer Bell in The Wire.
When you tell her that?
About a week ago, I guess.
When she gonna go see the cop?
Seeing him in flicks like American Gangster and Prometheus simply cemented our conviction that Elba was brilliant. But realizing that the flawless American accents he'd used were actually a cover for his London accent, now that was definitive proof of his talent. We've since really enjoyed hearing his natural voice, especially as showcased in shows like BBC One's Luther.
This ain't just a serial. This man's on a murder spree.
Number 2, Christian Bale.
I'm Batman.
Many of us felt completely and utterly tricked the first time we heard Bale's actual accent, the product of a childhood spent in Wales and in Surrey and Dorset in England. But could you blame us? American Psycho, American Hustle, even the man's movies scream American.
Impressive. Very nice.
Not to mention that this incredible actor has played the iconic American superhero Batman, American cowboys, like the one in 3:10 to Yuma, and many real-life Americans, including Vice President Dick Cheney in 2018's Vice. We still have a hard time believing that his accent in The Prestige is more or less his natural one.
Well, maybe I'm just biding my time.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Hugh Laurie.
There's no such thing. Our bodies break down, sometimes when we're 90, sometimes before we're even born, but it always happens and there's never any dignity in it.
Playing a character for 8 years on a TV show has a way of changing the way people perceive you. At least, that was Laurie's experience playing Dr. Gregory House on House, in a role that won him numerous accolades and awards, and the distinction of being the most watched leading man on TV at the time.
Yes, I had noticed your complete indifference.
However, Laurie had previously enjoyed quite a prolific career in the UK, especially as part of a comedic duo with Stephen Fry.
Can you tell me how to be happy?
How to be happy?
How to be happy?
I'm afraid that information is restricted.
Despite his prolific acting work in his native British accent, his American accent on House is the way many still remember him.
It's a basic truth of the human condition that everybody lies. The only variable is about what.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.